It's me, Manuel Benuelo. Watch out. This is what we got going on. At the point in time, today is the 30th, the last day of April. We're going to make, listen, my carnal, he's out there trying to get all my kids. A year ago, what Rascal tried to do, this is what happened with my brother, Rupert Holmes. He was in the condado over 3 years ago fighting a murder beef, a life sentence or something like that. They were going to strike him out, okay? When he got out, I told him some things are going on in my life and in my family's life. Something happened to my nephew, homie. I want you homies to understand what's going on here. That vato got out and he took off and he went straight over there to his people in San Diego. I went to the neighborhood. I borrowed his name. I said, I'm going to borrow your name to go to the neighborhood, homie. I don't know nobody there. I've been gone 30 years, homie. And something happened to one of our family members and I got to ask some questions, homie. You know? I'm a Cristiano, you know, I just want to find out some things, homie. Something's not right here. He gave it to me. Okay? But anyways, when I got over there, asked the questions, everybody was changed, Holmes. Something was different. Something was wrong, Holmes. I didn't get the answers that I wanted, Holmes. And I said, "Sabes qué, Holmes? Something ain't right." So then after that, two vatos that I don't know, two youngsters put a cuete on me right there in the park, Holmes. Bam Bam and some other vatos. And they said, Pirate wanted us to give you a message. I said, hey, you got the whole game wrong. You know what I'm saying? I said, you got the game wrong, homeboy. Yo soy Black Angel de los 80s, homie. I'm not over here because I never got out of the streets, home. I just got back in, homes. Listen to me, I'm trying to get this thing right, home. I'm trying to figure out, ask some questions about my gente. That vato, they took off. They didn't do nothing. They just took off, home. So then I called Rascal, and I told Rascal I need a food guy. He was with his family. He gave me what he did. He said, I'll be over there. So he came down in Chinga, home. Okay? He came down and I told him I need a cuete, home. Handle my business. He won't give me a cuete, home. I thought that's kind of strange, home. So then it's been 3 or 4 years now. Okay? One thing led to another, home, and I started coming across different evidence. He's living over there in my niece's canton, home. And the reason I'm telling you this is because I need you guys understanding what's going on here with my carnal, home. Big Ranch. Hey, Holmes, he's at my niece's canton. But Sabes qué, Holmes, he's over there, and all of a sudden, they're starting to hit my gente again. After my nephew, they hit 6 months later, they hit my wife, Sally Banuelos. Now, we're not divorced. We're not divorced. We're still legally married. We were separated 20 years, Holmes. She fell out with the wrong crowd, Holmes. She fell out with the vatos from Ontario and the vatos from San Diego. She was living in Gypsy's house, 1812 Tokyo, Puerto Rico. Her and her 3 kids home were living there. She has 4, but 3 of them were there with her for a whole year. She was on the satellite. They turned her out. They turned her into a bulldog, drug addict, whore, everything. I didn't say anything about that. It just, then what happened was Gypsy and the people from Ontario, the Hoodas, the Victor Sheriff Station, gave her orders to take her out and stone her to death. They killed her. So now I got 2 gente. Then 6 months after that, Bobby Cuellar, our son, my stepson, took him out there and they raped him with sticks. Yeah. Ontario, the Hoodas, Victorville, and Ontario Police Department gave the order. Boom. And they killed him, home. Okay? I go tell Rascal something ain't right here, home. I don't know what you're talking about, home. I mean, you don't know what I'm talking about, home. That's 3 people. You're here, home. And I said, Sabes qué, something ain't right. So I just kept doing my business. I'm trying to get, I want to know what happened to my nephew, the first one. I'm trying to get answers on Little Blackie, home. And then I got some answers that he wasn't supposed to be in PC, home. They said, no. Some Black Angels said on the internet, I was listening to him, remember my ears are locked onto the phone, so I hear him talking. He said, hey, home, you have to understand what happened to your nephew. They told us to do that. Told you to do what? Daryl and all them bottles, and Joker, Nito, all of them, Johnny, they said to make your nephew stumble. What do you mean make him stumble? Well, they wanted him to fall. They wanted him to roll it up, but at the same time, he had no paperwork. I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, he was taking psych pills. Because he lost his dad home not too long ago. Before that, he was molded down on Black. He just went on a trip, too much contact, so he started taking the psych pills. It helps him out. The homies told him he couldn't have the pills on him. And he questioned him. He's like, hey, I'm from Ontario, homie. My whole head's from this neighborhood. Ontario always gets given out of that, homie. He said, no, they don't want nobody on psych pills. You have to split homes, everybody. They set him up for a bang. He just got discouraged, and he said, well, he took off. Now, that kind of shit happened to him. Guess what? I went to my brother, and I told him, hey, give me a name. I'll do a pegada for him, home. Get him out of there. That's all it is, home. He said, I'll take care of it. He never took care of it, home. My nephew died, home. wait a minute here, something ain't right home. Nobody has paperwork home. Now, one of us has said, and then my new wife, Christina, and Raylene, I was going to marry her. Boom, they took them to the Gypsy's Pet. That's his dog, Road Dog. I told him about everything. He said, I don't know what to tell you, home. Y chingados es eso? He sold me out years ago, home. And then I kept going. I said, okay, fuck, I need a cuete. He wouldn't even give me a cuete and $1 home. He left me out there home. They were raping me the whole time on 647J home. Boy, everything home. He knew the Hudas were doing it everything. That motherfucker never showed a concern home. Now, one fucking concern for this family home. See, paperwork. That motherfucker home. Let me out there to the perros in my family home. And then at the very end, somebody shot him not too long, a year and a half ago. I said, what happened? Who shot you? He said, don't worry about it. I took care. Somebody found out that he had been betraying me the whole time and betraying his own self. Something happened because that's when I came across the evidence about the homies coming out of the county jail home. Yeah, I was in the county jail for 9 months, for 90 days. They didn't take me to arraignment in 72 hours. They took me 18 days later and they still kept me, denying me my civil constitutional right to due process. I'm in there doing 90 days. I'm writing my canal, everything. Nothing comes back to me. Somebody takes a puck shot at him home, and then about 8 months after they took it, I seen him in a theater. I said, what are you doing, bro? I gave him an envelope with a bunch of information. There's a satellite on there. I don't want to read it later. You know what he says on the other side? He says, hey, Holmes, I took a bullet, Holmes, for your ass. That's what it was, Holmes. I said, what did you say? They shot me because of you. Because of me, Holmes. What the fuck did I do to you, homie? I've had your back this whole fucking time, and I see my house. Hey, Holmes, it's hard to believe, Holmes. But then the homies have been out of prison last year. And then I hear on there Magic Johnson and him get on the internet at the same time. About a year ago. They both walked on at the same time. Now, Magic Johnson burned a lot of the homies in Compton about 10 years ago. Not the homies, the brothers in Compton. Him, Denzel, James Worthy, all them fools, Jennifer, they're smoking crack home. A long time, retired. She's gone this, and they were paying the bills every month. But all of a sudden, he just went on a power trip home. He said, I'm not paying the brothers out there, Sangres or the Creepos. And the Sangres people say, you got nothing coming, you got to pay your bill, homie. And you know what he did? He ran to the district attorney, Mr. Joseph McNibbs, out of LA downtown. You know what he did? They testified there, put them all away, set them all up, put them away. They caught him with all kinds of evidence, made sure they did. He sent them all away. Okay, now, here we wind it up 10 years earlier, 10 years from that day to now. Magic and them find out that I'm getting everybody out of the beat, the blacks, whites, Chicanos. Okay? Because of the internet. The internet is quick. Okay? There's going to be a part 2. Let me finish. Hold on. There'll be a part 2 after the internet is quick. I'll explain that later. So when he finds out that, he gets a hold of Tootie. Tootie's already informant. Tootie, Kenny, Daryl, Nito is in PC in Folsom. Joker's in PC in Folsom. Johnny Collin wrote it up. He got killed. Then you got Nito, and you got you got Daryl. They're working with the fucking Hudas. After they got kicked out, they went to the Hudas. Get on the set, and they start working with the Hudas. They threw me in 21 times. I've been in jail last year from today. All of them voted on. I could all of them. Put them away. Put them away. We don't want him on the Calles. Let's kill him and all his family. I'm like, what the fuck are these vatos doing on my lane where I'm being tortured? And I gave Rascal letters once every 3 months. Get these vatos off my lane homes. I'm trying to get some feria from the Judas, and I'm trying to get from what happened to my family. He never told them nothing on. So then guess what? So what ends up happening? Magic Johnson tells Tootie gives Mr. River to pay $100,000 if they make sure that I'm killed. And Rascal said, Simon. Rascal got the $100,000 on. He thought he could. He went to the whole body. Was like, yes, he must have did something because he went and told everybody that what I had, the evidence, wasn't true, Holmes. No, it's like I'm not tripping. He just, hey, Holmes, I'm sorry, it's a mistake. He thought that would do it, and I kept going on it, and because I needed more and more, and I started storing in Sacramento. Then he got all pissed off. Holmes. Now he wants me dead. He can't get me dead because everybody knows in the Pinta that the evidence is real. He can never go back to the Pinta. So guess what he does with Daryl on them? They start taking my family, all of them. They want everybody dead, all my kids dead. I don't have a strip of paperwork on it, home. I got home. So what I did is say, okay, Since you're no good, homie, like the rest of these vatos, homie, you gonna disrespect the homies like that? You taking their money, they're out there, you sold us out, chale, homies. You raped me 15,000 times with the whole time you were watching, homie. You tortured me. You're no good, homie. So I got the llamas, remember? I'm keeping them. I'm gonna give them to the homies in the pinta. I know to give them. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use them temporarily to get the homies out and to bring something. This has to stop, homies. That has to stop, and that's why Magic doesn't want the homies, the black dudes, to come out of prison. He's all paniqueado on the fucking scante. That's what this is all about. These vatos are all paniqueado. Number two's coming up.